A while back I picked up a strange noise, and I've traced it back to my alternator. Excuse me. Kind of like a little singing or zinging noise. What I was going to do is go to the salvage yard and pick me up a alternator that I could bring home and rebuild. Um, when I was looking for an alternator, I ran across this one in the salvage yard, and it looks to be a just rebuilt alternator. It's a for my 2002 Ford Ranger. I'm going to turn it up here. The only problem that I have picked up, I just got it home. The only thing I'm looking at right now is if you'll see if you can hear this little chirping noise in it. I picked up that little noise right there. That's not the same noise that I have in my old alternator, but what I want to do is I want to find out if I can get rid of that noise. And I might have me a built alternator right here. I'm going to remove these 4 Torx head screws out and take the voltage regulator and the brush holder out, see if the noise goes away. I'm liking the looks of this already. Looks like a brand new brush set, probably a brand new regulator. Let me give this thing a spin and see if this noise is still going to hang with me. That is good. I believe all I've got to do is just maybe scuff my end brushes up just a little bit, get them squared away where they'll run flat on those 2 slip rings, and I believe this alternator is going to be all right. First thing I'm going to do is take me a little bit of brake clean. I just want to try to clean these 2 slip rings in here. I'm going to do that right quick, and then I'm going to see what I can do with the brushes. I think if I can get them clean, and then maybe get the brushes themselves where they don't have any scars in them, maybe we can make this noise go away. There, all I did was just, you just see the dirt on the, and all that is just residue from the carbon on the brushes. I'm just trying to get this thing cleaned up a little bit. Maybe that noise will go away. Then my fear is that I'll get in there and put this alternator on there. It's been rebuilt, thinking I'm going to luck out, and then it's going to have some other kind of weird noise that's going to aggravate me. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice quiet rotating now. And what I'm going to do now is see what I can do about taking care of the scars on the brushes. What I'm going to try to do now is I have a small piece of emery paper right here. I'm going to try to just go to these tips here on these 2 brushes and just scuff them up a little bit, just enough to get the roughness where it's got a scar line into it. And I don't think I can do this behind the camera, so, or behind my iPhone, so I'm just going to go ahead and do me some brushing on it. You know what I might do is go ahead and put my pen in there to hold one brush down, and then I'll go ahead and come back and get the other one and do it like that. Here's an idea. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's a pen. Where this bad boy goes is right in here on your brushes. There's a hole right there, and there's also a hole in that brush. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this in here, grab that front brush, pull it down out of my way, and that way I can work on that back brush. And what I'll do is when I get that one the way I want it, I'll come back to this one. Okay, see, you can see that the pin is in place. It's right here. There we go. And what I've done is I've locked that front brush down. I'm looking at the back brush now, and I'm just going to take my little piece of emery paper here and work the brush vertically, because the lines that I'm trying to get rid of are horizontal. So I'm just going to dress it down a little bit. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it. All I want to do is just knock the ridges off it, or get enough of the ridges off of it where it'll actually be a hatch mark, and go ahead and start to reseat itself into the slip rings. Yeah, it didn't come out of camera there to blow that one off. Now let's see if we can just do this with this one in the board there. That's not wanting to cooperate. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and slide the pin out. Let that one pop out. I wonder if I could slide it down to get the back one. Nah, it's going to catch that other brush too. So I still have to hold the back one down with my finger. And do the same thing I did on the back one, I'll do on the front. I'm trying to get this thing up here where you can look at it. And I'm just doing a vertical brush on it with the emery paper. This is the smallest stuff I could find. And again, I'm not using a lot of pressure. I'm just trying to break the glaze off of it. And I think once I do that, because they're a brand new set of brushes, I hate to throw them away. Alright. Got them both pulled out. Let's go ahead and put the pin back in, mount this back up into alternator, and spin it one time and see what kind of noise we come up with. Alright, let's see if we can go ahead and get this thing pushed in there. I'll try to keep it in camera. Here, we grab the first brush. We'll slide her down. Grab the second brush. And those two bad boys are loaded. What it does is it goes through the back of the brush. It holds them, both brushes down out of the way. The pin is right there. And what we'll do is we'll load that up into the alternator and pop that pin out. The brushes will seat up against the slip rings, and then I can spin it and we'll see if we pick up any noise. Okay, what we'll do is set this back down in here. There we go. Get our screws started. I got a screw that's wanting to be grumpy about going in. I don't want to force it. Let's give it a little love and see if it wants to ease in there. There we go. Just wanted to be a little bit aggravating. Do me a little crisscross pattern on these Torx heads. Okay, everybody is snug. We'll come back and just put a little bit more love on each one of these. We ain't at a tractor pull or nothing. I'm just using a little 1/4 inch wrench. Make sure nothing's going to be falling off of it. We'll pop our pin out. You heard it snap. That means both the brushes is clicked into the slip rings. Let's ease her up here. We'll give her a spin. I think that's going to be all right. What we'll do now is see about just dropping it on my Ranger. I'll pull the other alternator off and we'll do a rebuild on that one.